prepare for rivals. Right, we are in, and I've done new banners, so toggle Chocolate Goblins red, toggle Love and Devotion blue, toggle Love and Devotion blue, and they look a bit weird, but once we get into the game, it should look better, and then you'll see why. You'll see why I've done it like that. So normally I have like rounded out things and stuff, and then yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Right, so what do we got? So the defending team have 2 mauls, 2 long swords, 4 short swords, a couple of muskets, 2 nodachis, 2 jewel blades, and 2 pikes. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes down. The attacking team have got 3 mauls, 2 long swords, 2 short swords, 4 pikes. That's actually a really good thing that I've seen Chocolate Goblins doing. They've got a lot of DPS heroes at the minute. And that could mean that Love and Devotion struggle straight off the bat with killing enemy heroes. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do this, man. I suppose they do have still units that can do a lot of killing. There's going to be no Sally out looking at the units. Apologies, I didn't go through that just before, but the attackers have got a couple of shields out. They've got a couple of Fortebrachios, like 3 sets even. They've got an IPG Modal. So they've basically got units to counter a Sally just in case, which is not going to happen if we look at the teams. The defenders seem to have a pretty solid defensive line. Obviously, they're not going to be selling out, and we'll see how they set up now for the rest of it. And I've just seen for some reason that the signs are miles away from the bar, but that'll do. We'll leave it there where it is. We can't change out now anyway. So, and because of the new overlay, it's still just as bad as it was, and I didn't get around to doing my screenshots and send them in, so I'll be looking at doing that tomorrow. So apologies for any mistakes. I'll go through the things we know so far. So the red team is obviously on the outside of the wall at the minute. They're attacking the blue team on the inside. The bar at the top is obviously red on the left side, and you would think that is all for the attackers, and the one on the right is for the defenders. That is actually false. So the trebuchets are obviously definitely for the attackers. However, the heroes and the units on the blue side are actually for the attacking team. So I'm going to apologize now if I get mixed up during the fight and when I'm looking at these stats. I obviously know that that's wrong, and I'll try keeping on top of it and looking like that. And obviously this is when you push tab now. You only see 5 per team, and you don't really get to pick and choose what you want to see. It's frustrating, so apologies, and it just like randomly changes. So, but the thing is, I have to open that up every now and then so we can see the updated hero kills on both teams. That being that being said, and everything's out the way. That's like the caveats for possible mistakes while casting. Just so you know, if I am making a mistake, that's probably why, because the bar at the top is wrong. And you can't always see the information you want. Like if I push Z as well, normally you'd go into the 3D view. Now it just means you switch between going completely bird's eye view free camera and joining a hero. So it looks like all of the towers are going to get in, which is basically always the case on Hidden City, especially when Falconeters have been banned. No team's got javelins. I'll say that they had 1 set of javelins out here from Kiss My Boom. But it just isn't enough to get down the tower. It looks like he didn't even try. It's got full health. This one's got full health. And it looks like Chocolate Goblins are going to get a free A point. This is pretty much the way this map goes anyway, because defending the A point is basically impossible, man. Even if you would have a front line and you actually tried fighting for A, it's complete. Like, there's absolutely no cover from Trebs. So you get like 1 blob from the defenders and you just get absolutely nuked. So no flames for Chocolate Goblins. I know that's interesting, isn't it, when you think that they didn't get banned. We'll see NA tactics. Chocolate Goblins have been doing good though, man. They got a couple of sets of Zakalian I've seen at the beginning of the match, so don't discredit them yet. They've They've obviously won 2 of the matches so far, man, and Chocolate Goblins have been improving over the seasons, as have Love and Devotion, to be fair. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do this. Love and Devotion have got a very strong defensive position in the gatehouse, so they can turn around and do whatever they like. I don't think they have flames there either, though, do they? They've got Alchemists and Shenji, but they don't have the flames themselves. And because I can't tab and actually just look who's got what, it's not going to be possible to do so. So Gunji... No, Gunji's seen it. I was going to say they might get caught out here, but that's going good so far. Skybreaky, how you doing, bud? And Lord Valkyrie, how you doing? And Rocky! Everyone's here. Go L&D. Forza L&D. I don't know, lad. Kind of like Love and Devotion to die and like get absolutely ruined. So they see this shit guy here, this Bubbles guy. Like, he thinks he's a good player, but he's absolutely dog. And then I'd just be able to ruin him, like, for a good couple of weeks about being terrible. So, you know. Right, let's see what's going on here. Is Ripcats on for the enemy? There's Ripcats playing Musket again. Alright. Alright, he played Muskets last week as well. And I declared him the worst player for for Chocolate Goblins because he was just like off on the back of the map at one point destroying artillery. So Kaiser's just run through on his pike and demounted Papa Bear. He has to be careful though. There's a couple of Love and Devotion heroes there. If he gets caught out here, he could get ruined. He's not really got the support. But Papa Bear needs to be careful for the enemy moles, although they are all up on the wall. There's not much going there. So it's interesting that they're still not really doing anything yet. They're not pushing in. They haven't broken the gate either, which is interesting. So if they don't win this push and get a foothold, everyone that's respawning outside for Chocolate Goblins has to go up the siege tower. And if they brought cavalry, which they probably will have, they're not actually going to be able to get in with their cavalry unless they take B. Very strange. So it looks like they're actually going to come down the stairs now. I still can't see flames. I don't know if Blackwing's going in too early there with his palace guards, especially with no support. Bombs from the back here, Shenji's, but out no flames as well. Interesting, man. So Chocolate Goblin's obviously going to win this engagement at the minute because they've just got Moors. That Chevalier's from Rich Panda. His crossbow's going to do absolute work there. Bombs coming in though. Good bomb. That was Shenji bombs as well. They have Zakalian bombs as well, so they need to get rid of, otherwise they're going to ruin this blob down here. So far, the fight looks to be going in the way of Love and Devotion, but the longer these bombs get to throw, the more difficult it's going to be for the rest of them. It looks like Adu Sumir is going to try getting onto the resupply and stop any problems going down there. They've actually come through the gate as well. Colt 45's just been completely cockblocked though in the breach. It does look like the fight is now swinging slowly in Chocolate Goblins' favour, although ASD has just got through into the back and tried getting rid of some Shenjis, but he's been getting absolutely stunlocked from Dude Banger with his poleaxe. Dude Banger, the killer of peasants, by the way, and it looks like he hasn't been able to actually change the tide there. B's already being capped. Adu Sumir's jumped straight on there, so good job from him. Kiss My Boom's going to jump in now and try and stop him. Hero-wise, both teams have lost a couple. The attackers actually have down 3, and the defenders have all of theirs. Unit-wise, it looks like the defenders have actually done better so far as well. It looks like they didn't actually fully defend the staircase push. Their block of guys that were in the staircase, apologies, that were in the gatehouse actually stayed there. There was a misclick there from a Fort Brachio player as well. He just X-moved his forters straight into which cavalry charge instead of having embrace, but what are you going to do? There is a big brawl going on this eastern supply now, though. It does look like Chocolate Goblins are getting the better of it, though, but GRZ is coming in as reinforcements. Kiss My Boom's coming now, and ASD as well. Gatehouse is still completely clear. The Americans are not able to get through the gatehouse so far. Blake looks like he's trying to get away from Bubbles and Overluke's unit. Blake has to be careful being a dual blade. Obviously, if he gets caught out, he can get killed fairly easily. Bubbles is on him now. The fight on this supply, though, is still very close. Very nice Treb to stop the moving in of the units there. I feel like the Chevaliers should have moved a little bit further forward so the crossbows could actually get all their shots through. It looks like they're going to clear on this point now, though. Good preemptive Treb. That is only going to hit peasant. That's not peasants, that's prefecture pikes or something, but I can't tab and look for you, which is kind of annoying. Both teams have dropped heroes though, but obviously the defenders have got all of their units in and the attackers don't, so the attackers are going to get absolutely ruined getting pushed back now. Very nice play from both teams so far. Love and Devotion definitely seem to be having the advantage. They've obviously lost A, B's being slightly capped, but if you look at the hero wise, So if you look now, this is where I can point out the thing on the hood is wrong. So a lot of the attackers have died, but it says that there's 7 defenders and 13 attackers. And clearly, if you look at if you actually look on the game, it is completely the other way around. So there are actually 13 defenders alive. I'm going to screenshot this again so I can show it better. And there are actually a lot less attackers. So that was what I was on about before, where it's just completely scuffed. But I know about it, so I know to look on the right side, if you like. And I'll call it out a few times so nobody gets too confused, hopefully. Right, what's going on? So, Kurasai, how you doing, bud? And banned Falcos are good, quite gnarly on this. But yeah, if Falcos can stay in this map, it can be extremely difficult to get in, because you just need like 3 sets up, and if you're on the ball, you can literally stop towers getting in. If you even bring 4, you can have like 1 to rotate, and so it's just a lot harder to get caught out. Atomic Kretsch there got caught out, got a bit too ahead of himself, and got absolutely murdered killed by a big chunk of chocolate goblins. I wouldn't actually be surprised if chocolate goblins decided to push all the way around the back here and come down here, because all of the defense of Love and Devotion is on this point here. If they actually move around to the back staircase and come through the supply point, they would actually be in a good position to completely pull Love and Devotion out of where they are now. Obviously, you've got Blackwing and Bubbles going along the wall to get rid of some of the units, but there's a big push coming in through here now. Some of them are going to go straight for that resupply as well. There are javelins on there, though, so that hero could be in a world of trouble. And now these 2 teams are going to face off. There are Alchemist smoke bombs going in. There's Zakalian and Shenji for the attackers. Blackwing and Bubbles going from behind. Bubbles has got claymores as well. If he can get in behind, they will do absolute work. So the bombs coming in from the attackers, coming down the stairs. Shenji bombs from Papanami's going to do a lot of work as well. No flames for both of them. I'm going to check after this if they've been banned. So Bubbles has got in with his claymores into the back. Obviously, a lot of the heroes for the attackers have had to turn around. I think, no, the Shenjis are still here and the Zakalian, so they didn't manage to clear those. Oh, there's 2 sets of Zakalian either. I did not see that. The fight's going fairly evenly. I'm going to push tab quickly. Although, yeah, both of them got 14-14. Unit-wise, the attackers have actually evened it out quite a bit on that engagement. They are clearing up the defenders, though, on the western resupply, and it looks like they are clearing up on the stairs as well. We're going to push tab again. And yes, slowly now the attacking heroes are actually dropping. Bubbles just died to ASM tree though. Or Asm tree. Asm tree. So the last couple of Shenjis are going to get killed here. The rest of the chocolate goblins are retreating. And the only player it seems that has died for Love and Devotion is Bubbles. Because as we all know, Bubbles is just terrible. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Bambarino, those photos, when I think you're on about the bit where they got X moved into the gate and just got absolutely ruined. Right, I'm going to quickly check on Discord to see if I've missed the ban, because it could be that the Flames got banned as well. I don't think they did. I think it was, we'll have a look. It was, where am I? Varangian and Falconers. Alright, so both teams could use Flames, they've just decided not to for whatever reason. Right. And it looks like most of the team are populating back in now. Chocolate Goblins are going to have time for 1 push, and they have to be extremely aggressive with that 1 push, otherwise they're going to get absolutely nowhere. I can't just tab and look what units they've got, but they have a lot of cavalry, and I think it's GG. I think it's GG already. The defenders have got quite... Well, they've got a unit of 40 Brachios down there, so they could technically get bombed out the way. They do have crossbows as well that are going to help stopping cavalry coming. There is a unit of Modao as well. There's Zakalian in the back here that are obviously going to bomb any cavalry charges coming through, and obviously get rid of these shields as well. Although they've just been jumped on straight by the Maul. Very, very nice play from Chocolate Goblins to get straight on the Zakalian, knowing that they're one of the main units to stop a cavalry charge coming through. There are, however, Shenjis on the side here. They're going to stop it. Very good flank from the cavalry there. I couldn't see from what player that was, and for some reason the game's just decided to Shenji bomb the wall when he blatantly put it in. Whatever. That was like the pathing for the grenades. They were like, this is fine. Instead of like just throwing them short range. Oh, there are flames out now though. Those flames from Papanami are going to do absolute work. If they would have been there slightly earlier, they would have stopped this cavalry getting through from Ripcaps and Adusumia. They are now on the B point though. They do not have long to hold. If Kiss My Boom would have come around this side though, we'd have been able to easily clear that. ASD Valor's the longsword is going to be able to stop that cap going off. There is only 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. Winged Asajj charge coming through, clearing out quite a lot of the units. Unit-wise, the defenders are actually slowly losing out. Those flames are still going though and just completely killing anything trying to come through. The defenders do need to get more units on point, though. They have got a couple of heroes at the minute. Gunji, obviously being a short sword, is going to be able to survive quite a while. Rich Panda needs to be careful being a Jewel Blade. He can die pretty quickly, and Atomic Crutch as a spear is going to struggle as well. There is only 1:15. They need, I think, about 20-30 seconds to cap the rest of B, and it looks like they may just be able... No, saying that, they're not. They're not going to be able to do it. There's too many heroes alive. Even though they don't actually have units, this is going to be far, far too late to get anything done, so... So kicked fatal, yeah, the units is flipped and the hero deaths are flipped. So basically for the attackers, the Trebs is on the correct side and the red side, and the rest of the information for the attackers is actually on the right. It's stupid. So I've actually taken a few screenshots. I've just taken a couple more as well, and I will be filling out another support ticket because that's something that I think most players didn't actually, or most casters haven't noticed yet, or at least they haven't reported it. They do know about a couple of the other things being wrong, but not necessarily about that. So it looks like they're going to clear the point, although Gunji and ASD Val's just coming in now, so that's fine. Papa Bear's in the back as well, so he can jump on when he needs to. There's just too many heavy shields now. I think even if they die, they wouldn't have enough time to cap the point anyway. Nice try from the attackers though. Overlook coming in with his flames at the last second as well to just stop him. Then you got Papa Nami coming through his Jewel Blades onto the point. 5 seconds left to go. And it is GG. Both teams very well played. Obviously, Love and Devotion knew exactly what they needed to do there at the end. They got completely wiped, but they managed to hold them off long enough that they could completely stop the advance and they could win the game. So, round 1 down. The defenders, in this case Love and Devotion, taking the win. Very, very nice. And Dutch Knight, how are you doing, bud? Oh, long time no see. So, Mark G, what's happened with the CBR main channel and the replacement channel? No clue, my dude. I literally don't know. Are they not working or something? Let's have a look. I'm not even fucking looking on Twitch. Normally I have Twitch open at the same time and then we'll go through the thing. But I haven't seen anything and I haven't been looking at Discord if I'm honest, so I have no clue if something's cocked up there or not. The French channel's up. The French channel's up. No idea what's with the other one. Maybe internet problems? Wait, have I been DM'd or anything? Right, so we'll go through the thing. So for the attacking team, who had the most hero kills? It was actually joint between Hildegard. What's the name? Oh, I won't even show me the full name. What's the rest of the name? Hildegard Why won't it show me the rest of the name? Normally when you click on it, it actually shows you the whole name. Instead, why is it telling me the server and not the name? Shouldn't it tell me the hero's name and then the server? That is so stupid. That is so stupid. Never mind. Right, so Hildegard and Not Demo, both with 6 heroes killed. I think that was towards the end of the fight. They absolutely started murdering Love and Devotion. Obviously, for hero assist, that would go to Oliver the Gold. Could be Golden, no clue. Unit-wise, it looks like it was Blake. Was that with the kill score as well? Unit kill score. No, unit kill score was actually Dude Banger. Dude Banger going absolutely man bear pig, getting a couple of Shenjis, a couple of Siphorophanoi, getting a good chunk of Shield Maidens and Winged Hussars. So GG that man. Let's have a look what the defending team did. And apparently now it just won't get off that unit. Like, what the actual hell? Why is everything getting worse UI-wise? Can somebody explain that to me? So let's have a look at first the worst player. Clearly this guy right here. That's small x, big X, small x, bubbles. Small x, big X, small x. Clearly terrible. Hero kill-wise, it looks like it was Rich Panda as the Jewel Blade. Getting 6 hero kills, exactly the same as the top hero killing on the attacking team. And Vort with the 13 assists. And unit kills was Papa Nami with 121. Nami definitely had the flames up towards the end as well, blocking the gatehouse. So him getting so many kills makes a lot of sense. So GG that guy. ASD as well, doing a lot of work. 20 shields out the way. Modal, good chunk of shield maidens. Fortebrachio, Zakalian and all the rest of it as well. So GG. Blackwing as well, 111 units that getting murdered. 6 Shenjis. Good chunk of damage there. Well done, both teams. Ugly mug.
I feel sick already.
Very, very, very nice matches. So, Marker G is on the bus back from Manchester. Oh, how did it go with your meet in the Manchester for Immortals? That was, weren't it? I hope it was nice and fun. Right. Streaming live from Manchester is my... I ain't casting now yet. Yeah, I don't understand either. If Marker G would have been here, we'd maybe be able to actually cover the main fights as well. I've just been pinged on Discord though, so we'll see what's going on there, but we'll see. So through so hard with flames, but still won. That was a close fight, man, Kizu, yeah. Very, very close fight. It was a nice fight to watch as well, so... Right, what's going on here? So I'm being pinged the death out of here. What's going on? And we're going to wait 5 minutes until the next fight. It's going to start at past, pretty much bang on when it needs to. The teams will be having like a post-fight discussion, if you like, to make sure nothing has been missed. And we'll go from there. Why is the main fights, if you like, the better league not up at the minute? That's confusing me. I've just seen now if it's like maybe been started a little bit late, but I can't see anything anywhere. Strange. Very strange. Very, very strange. What's going on? I can't spell apparently. Apologies for that. Right, we're going to rejoin the lobby. That was a good fight though. But I reckon like this map attacking is can be difficult. If you can get past B, you win the match. But getting past B is the difficult part. So I reckon though, because both teams are actually fairly evenly matched, or at least they've seemed to be up until this point, it might actually be that I reckon Chocolate Paladins will have a very good chance of actually stopping Love and Devotion's attack as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see. So what's going on here? We just call him Hilda. Okay, Colts. Will do. And GG, by the way, boys. That was a good matchup. I honestly think this is going to be a draw, though. I honestly do, because you guys are so evenly matched, man. And it's this like, A is the easiest point on any of the maps. Like, Hidden City A point is so easy to take. It's getting B that's the difficult one, man. So we'll see how that goes down. So we've got 3 more minutes until the matches start up. I'm going to drink a bit of water because my throat's starting to die. And I'm going to test something and see if you can hear it. I think it's working, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think you can hear that. Prepare for rivals. Right, we're in. And Rocky, thank you for the compliment on the glasses. I've actually got them because I just had an eye operation. Well, I just had an eye operation about 8 weeks ago now. And my eyes are extremely light sensitive. So I can see like very, very clearly. I don't need glasses anymore. But just like sitting in front of something with like blue light. So I've got like a big LED right in front of my eyes, like melting my eyes out, and it's strong. So toggle Chocolate Goblins red. Toggle Love and Devotion red. Toggle Love and Devotion blue. Toggle Chocolate Goblins blue. And Aaron, how are you doing, bud? No, I'm on EU2 still EU2. I'm still EU1. Apologies. And Dutch Knight, I'm doing good, my dude. I'm doing good. Been busy, been a busy little boy, but I'm loving life right now. It's good, man. Right, and I've just absolutely mugged off doing any post-game commentary. Looks like the attackers do have 2 flames. The defenders do not have flames. They have a shit ton of cavalry, though. They've got a lot of fortibrachios at the beginning, so there's going to be no sally out. They've got a lot of fortibrachios out. They've got 4 sets, man. A couple of berserkers as well. 3 sets of shields. Those shields may actually end up being a liability, because with the amount of flamers and units that the attackers brought to get rid of certain units, that's actually going to be brutal, man. It's going to be rough to deal with. And if anyone wants to know what house I'm on and EU on, I am in the Duck Army. We're actually in an alliance with Immortals as well, so the house that Marker G's in. And apparently I've just fat-fingered all the controls, you know, like usual. So Treb going down to get rid of a couple of the artillery straight off the bat. Let's see if we can find the worst player in the areas. Mr. I'm Terrible. Look at him, he can't even ride his fucking horse in a straight line. Does he even know what he's doing? Why has he got blue hair? Like, why has he actually got blue hair? I don't actually think he knows what he's doing, you know. He's just like running around in circles. Now he's on his horse, look. He can't decide what the fuck he wants to do. Just literally being terrible. Like, a normal musket player now would be like throwing bombs up at artillery and stuff, and he's just running around in circles. Here you go. He's an actual musket player, Overlook, actually doing something. And this guy here, like, well, what's he doing? Oh, now he's shooting the fire pots that don't do anything. Like, please. Stop paying money, you whale, right? And just start to learn to play the game. Oh, Liam is terrible, though. We all know. Right, what are the defenders doing? Looks like they've got a decent setup. They're obviously not going to defend A, because it'd be stupid. As soon as the towers get in, they're going to jump straight off. Blackwing and Dude Banger over this side. Got jumped on by one guy. He might want to run out, though. Oh, no. It was just Blackwing. I got that completely confused the shit out of me there. Nice play, though. Rest in pieces, Blackwing. Got absolutely ruined. Look at him, all sad here on the floor. Oh no, his body's gone. He's disappeared. It's magic. It's voodoo. Voodoo magic, boys. Voodoo magic. I've taken my music still off. Oops. There we go. Bambo, how you doing, bud? Long time no see. And I had a command and apparently it wasn't working, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to try it now, though. Rest in pieces. There we go. So that's what should have played. That's what should have played when he died here, look. Could have zoomed in on his dead body. But it wasn't to be, boys. It wasn't to be. Right, so that was Blackwing getting caught out. Apparently, I think I know what happened. To be fair, it wasn't Blackwing's fault. What's happened is he's been playing too much with Bubbles, and Bubbles' shitness has just rubbed off a little bit on him. That's all that happened there. So we can't blame Blackwing for that. We'll blame Bubbles. Clearly his fault. Right. Yeah, they pulled off from A. They're going to do a similar setup, I think, to... Well, actually, no, they're not. So, if you missed the match game, Love and Devotion actually had a very, very strong defense setup in the middle of the gatehouse, so that they could react to whichever side they got pushed from, and they didn't overreact if they pushed down the stairs and managed to get onto the resupply. They still kept a strong contingent in the gatehouse. Chocolate Goblins haven't done that, and they are very spread out, which could be a problem when Love and Devotion decide to push when they push on one side, because they will go as a Zerg. I think Chocolate Goblins might struggle to deal with it, because they don't have cavalry out at the minute. They do have a couple of guys floating around the supply point, though. Oh no, they've got cavalry back here. So they've got Chevaliers and I think that's Cataphracts. Yeah, they've got Chevaliers and Cataphracts in the back. So you can't push tab anymore if anybody's wondering. You can just see what everyone's got. It's really weird. And you can't choose what what units you see or what heroes you see. As you saw then, it just changed on its own, so... Apologies. Wow, I don't know why I'm apologising. It wasn't my fault. So Gunji and Kizo are going to go all the way around to the side to push down straight onto the supply point. Decent Trev coming in there. Got rid of a couple of Dude Bangers. Shenjis. It looks like the main push may come down from the middle staircase, let's say. I'm going to get a little higher view up here and see what's going down. It looks like they're not really going to push over here on the eastern side, the left-hand side as we're looking at it. Although that was a bait. And it looks like they are going to go down the exact side where I said they're not going to push. Oh, apologies, I just punched my microphone. Right, let's see what's going on here. So, looks like this might be a bait though. They've still got 10 minutes. Blackwing has just called in a Treb here as well. That's not going to hit anything though, is it? Surely that'll hit the buildings. Might be looking to get one through. One did go through. Didn't kill any of them though. So it looks like they're going to go down now. And they've given Chocolate Goblins time to start collapsing if they need to. There are no flames up for the defenders, so it's going to be difficult for them to actually deal with this. They've got Zakalian and Shenji's in the back here, but if they can get this fight going already... Although the attack... Oh no, they have. Papanami's flames there. He's going to get rid of those shields easy. They need to be careful for these bombs though. Although, I'm going to sit up here so we can see. I think there's... Was there javelins just throwing just? I can't see. So Hilda's going to be coming around the back as well with cavalry. Can get a good flank off. Papanami's flames still seem to be firing. They don't seem to be doing that much work. Dude Banger and Oliver the Golden and another player have jumped on the Shenjis that were back here. So well done those guys. Cavalry charge coming through. That's going to do a lot of work. That went straight through. Very nice cataphract charge there. I don't even think that was the 2 button either where you run through and they follow you. Both teams seem to be losing heroes. It looks like the defenders are losing more. Obviously, the red bit at the top and the blue bit's completely on the false side, so apologies for that. But it looks like the attackers, hero-wise at least, are actually winning slowly. A couple of the defenders are up on the walls now, though, trying to get rid of the range from the attackers. And it looks like they've managed to do so. And it looks like the attackers have lost basically all of their units. There are a couple of guys in the background being little pains in the ass, like Rich Panda, Overlook. But I would say that push from the attackers is definitely being stopped. Both teams are down to 11 heroes. Oh, Overlook being a pain on B though, managed to get a tiny little bit of cap off as well, so nice done there. Or nicely done there, I should say. Gunji's in as well. There aren't really that many specialist units up from the defenders at the moment, but they have a lot of cavalry. And they managed to use their cavalry extremely effectively there with charges coming in from multiple directions. They have a lot of cavalry out though. Like if Love and Devotion have a lot of anti-cav, this should be an easy push, to be fair. I don't know how much anti-cav they brought with them though, like in total, if they've got enough to almost bring like a full set, because the amount of cav that Chocolate Goblins have got could be very easily countered with like maybe 3 or 4 IPGs and then it's GG, man. Or even if they just do like slow pushes and have Fort Brachios in F1 blocking avenues off, that could go really well for them as well. So they've got at least one set. They've got Madao as well. They've got another set of Flames coming, another set of Fort Brachio, IPG as well. So they've got a decent amount of anti-cavalry. I think they do have a couple of sets of crossbows still with their Chevaliers as well. So it's going to be difficult without shields or without many shields to actually stop the cavalry charges coming in. But what they need to do is they need to get down quickly and have somebody blocking this avenue off with an anti-cav, somebody blocking this set off with an anti-cav and like pushing in one direction, or blocking here and pushing this direction, or vice versa. You know what I'm on about. Dasu, how are you doing, bud? And completely true, Bubba's showing shit gameplay and Blackwing is a young guy, so he looks up to him, but wrong person to look up to. Exactly. Right, so here comes the second push from Love and Devotion. As we can see, the defenders have a lot more units than the attackers do. Obviously, the bars at the top are wrong, so the attackers actually have 750, not the defenders. And here comes the first cavalry charge from behind, Hilda with his winged hussars. Although this time Modao was set up straight away. ASD's getting straight in there with his maul as well. There is an engagement coming on the front lines here. Looks like Love and Devotion are going to take that. They need to make sure that their backlines are safe. So it looks like GRZ is going to have his Modao in the backlines to stop any cavalry charges coming through. We're going to concentrate on this main fight now. Flames going off for the attackers. No flames up for the defenders. And those winged hussar went straight into the Modao. Some of them still managed to get through and do quite a bit of work. You would have thought the Modao would stop them more. Chevaliers coming from the front as well, getting in. The crossbows are the problem though. The actual Chevaliers themselves don't do that much damage, but because they're very tanky, they can fairly easily get rid of stuff. So there's cataphracts as well from the defenders collapsing in. Very nicely played from the defending team with their cataphract or just general cavalry play. If we look at the heroes, the attackers have definitely hemorrhaged more heroes than the defenders have. Again, The badge at the top is completely wrong. One attacker is on the point though, putting pressure on, but the attackers have now completely dropped heroes and the defenders have it easy. So as you can see, like there's a lot more defending heroes alive, but if you look on the top, it actually says the attackers have more heroes alive, and that's the UI mistake that we basically said. It's the same with units as well. There's nothing I can do about it, but it's just stupid. And Glad Simon, thanks for the follow, my guy. Much appreciated. How are you doing, bud? And like I said, I thought it would end up being a draw because this map is difficult to attack, and completely different tactic from Chocolate Goblins to how Love and Devotion did it. Love and Devotion had more of a infantry-centric static defense, and Chocolate Goblins are just absolutely rocking the cavalry, using a very small anvil and then an absolutely over-dimensional fucking sledgehammer to absolutely nuke the shit with cavalry charges from every direction, with timely Shenji and Zakalian bomb throws as well to just soften up the units and make them go into their little like knockdown or on fire animation. There is enough units and enough time though for Love and Devotion to get another attack off, so they might still be able to do this. Obviously they are down 200 units at the moment though, so if they evenly exchange, they are going to be in trouble. There are 2 sets of Chevaliers outside the walls with a set of Cataphracts as well for the... Is that a Pike Militia? That is a Pike Militia for the attacker. So Love and Devotion is going down now. There is a lot of cavalry still in the back lines. I'm going to try... I'm going to go on this side so we can see flanks coming in. So the main fight's obviously going to be in front of the gate. There is a cavalry charge coming from behind already with a pike. It looks like he's got cataphracts. So we'll see now cav charge coming in from the front as well. Hilda's cataphract unit doing absolute work again. There wasn't any unit set up to get rid of them. Chevaliers from the attackers coming through now though. The unit themselves actually been stopped. More cataphracts. Look at the cav, man. The defender cav charges, they're so well timed as well, they're so staggered, so that even if an IPG walk goes off in one direction, the next cav charge comes from a different direction, they can start nuking through. Both teams have both dropped 12 heroes though, 12 heroes, sorry, they've both dropped 3 heroes. Not Demo was on the B point just being a pest, and the defenders have cleared up already, it's GG. GIZ, Papa and Andrelban have just died. Atomic, Kretch as well, Rich Panda. ASM Tree getting a quad kill, and if you look at it, the defenders have got 11 heroes, the attackers are now on 6. There are a couple of guys just being a pain, trying to get on B and get a cap off, Overlook and Not Demo. I was saying that not Demo as the defender, apologies. The name bars and badges were overlapped. So Kiss My Boom's javelins are getting ruined by Kaiser, although he just died to those javelins. And the defenders are pushed out. And they're saying, not today, boys. So this is going to be a draw. Very nice games for both teams. This map's difficult, man. It's so difficult. You basically only have 3 points of attack. This is the same for both teams. I reckon after their first attack had failed, instead of coming down here, they maybe should have gone up onto the wall, come to this side, and then like move their units around and attack from this side, because then they can only get hit from 2 sides at once, whereas if you come through the middle and go towards the gate, you can get hit from 3 sides. And I think that may have been a bit, for both teams, it would have been a little bit easier to deal with. And if you do open up a third front, you come through here, like cavalry can't really do much of a charge there. It's just maybe cataphracts if you run through into them or something. But with only having to defend two lanes, if you like, at the beginning, like for an initial attack, it would have been a little bit easier. Obviously, the attackers are still trying to get through, but they don't have units. They're not going to get anywhere. There's a couple of them on B point, but they just need to get on point. Look, so it's Colt 45 just managed to jump on there and ruin them. And it's just a murder death kill now. Like, we can zoom in a little bit and just watch the cavalry just charge through and murder everything. We've fought Brachios on V attack, just absolutely mincing stuff as well. Absolute meat grinder down here, look. Papa Nami's trying to get away, but he's dead. Look, oh, another player been playing too much time spent with bubbles. Oh, Treb coming in though. Cheeky little Treb coming in. And that would be a complete wipe for the defenders. Well done, my guys. And Gladsheimer, what's up? The sky, apart from the sky, I'd like to say my penis, but it doesn't go up very well these days. And you're preparing the next game, Paella versus GFT. Who the hell is GFT? Is that Gun Faction? That's Gun Faction, isn't it? Right, have we got any more pings up to do with the other matches? Right, so... Okay, strange. What's going on here? Okay. Right, so we've just been pinged the death out of. Apologies for that. Right. So it looks like there is coverage for the main matches, if you like, the feudal division. They managed to sort something out. So the winning team, best player Hilda, doing absolute work, 2-0-10 and 153 units. Unit kill score of 1,559. Is that? I thought that was a glitch there. It was like the symbol of the shield maidens. I was like, is that only 10? But it looked like it was a lot more. So 10 shield, 12 Shenjis though is huge. 7 Zakalian and a Flamey Boy as well. A good chunk of Fort Brachio. Absolute work being done here by Hilda, man. Absolutely ruining stuff. Second place for unit kills and second on the team was Ripcats. 10 Shenjis, 10 Zakalian and 2 Flames. Absolutely massive work there. Shield Maidens as well, who actually got the most hero kills for the defenders. So it was 6 again, and this time it looks like it's Colt 45 and Blake. Blake with 16 assists. The same as Oliver the Golden, doing absolute work, man. Like, I really enjoyed that both teams had completely different plans on how to defend, but both defensive plans worked really well. Like, absolutely ridiculous. And I've just seen there's actually 17 assists on a couple of the defending teams' play, so not my demo. Also with 3 Flames, 5 Scaling as well, doing absolute work. 17 assists along with Monka, Summit River, won't let me see, and who was the other player? And Sensei Mwao. So absolute work, man. Oh, apologies. So, Grun VB, danke fürs Follow. Ich gehe davon aus, dass du eine Deutsche bist und Deutsche sind hier nicht willkommen. Also nimm dein Follow zurück und ciao. Nee, alle sind willkommen. Selbst die Deutschen, komm. Muss ich sagen, ich wohne in Deutschland. Ich muss halt nett zu euch sein. So ein bisschen mindestens. Es wirkt vielleicht nicht so, aber naja. Right, what else have we got? So we will go over the attackers. Bubbles, look, clearly paid Andrelban just to be a little bit worse so that he wasn't at the bottom of the team where we all know he should have been. But we'll look at the players that actually did some work. So, highest hero kills was Atomic Kretch with 4. Assists were 9 with Papanami. And unit kills was 91 with Rinka, doing absolute work on the Fort Brachios. Obviously, there'll be a lot less unit kills for these anyway, because there was so much cavalry on the field, and they didn't have any flames up. They did have Zakalian, and they did have Shenji. I'm going to have a quick flick through. But look, it's mainly cavalry, man. They've killed so many cavalry, but cavalry just coming from every direction at once. There was 9 Zakalian killed, though, from GRZ. It's just so difficult to deal with, man. Absolutely brutal. That collapsing type of gameplay is so exciting to watch as well, because it looks like it goes in waves. So the initial push went most times in the favor of Love and Devotion, because obviously the front line of Chocolate Goblins was so small. But as soon as the cavalry charges started coming from the different directions, man, they just absolutely murdered them. So both tactics are viable, and both teams clearly know what they're doing when it came to the defensive tactics on this map. I thought it would go to a draw before we started. After the first match as well, it didn't really say much to me that when Love and Devotion defended that I can't even speak, that Chocolate Goblins would struggle with their defenses. This map is kind of defensive heavy, especially if you can get a good defense down on the B point and they can't get past B. It's GG, man. And so I wasn't nowhere near counting out Chocolate Goblins for their defense, and they proved me right. Very, very strong play from both teams. That's a draw as well for both of them, so they both get 1 point. Hilda, I just yeet